as a rock star, how easy is it to get laid?
It's very easy. I think rock stars, I felt like I had an obligation to keep that alive.
You had an obligation to keep it alive?
Oh, yeah.
How far can fame and power take you before it crosses a line? Steven Tyler, the legendary frontman of Aerosmith, is known for his iconic voice and electrifying performances, but today he finds himself in the spotlight for something far darker. In December 2022, Tyler became the subject of a lawsuit filed by Julia Holcomb, who alleges she was in a relationship with a rock star in the 1970s when she was just a minor. The accusations include sexual assault and intentional emotional harm, casting a shadow over Tyler's legendary career. How did one of rock's biggest icons end up at the center of such a controversial case? And what does this mean for his legacy? Let's dive into the story that's shaking the world of rock and roll. Before the allegations and legal battles, Steven Tyler was a name synonymous with rock and roll. As the frontman of Aerosmith, he helped create some of the most iconic songs of all time: Dream On, Sweet Emotion, and Walk This Way. From their early days in Boston to becoming global superstars, Aerosmith's rise was meteoric. Tyler's charismatic stage presence and unmistakable voice made him one of rock's most recognizable figures. The band's influence stretched far beyond music, leaving an indelible mark on pop culture and paving the way for future rock legends. But like many rock icons, the highs of fame often come with unimaginable lows, and for Tyler, these lows would eventually catch up with him, both on stage and off. As Aerosmith climbed to the pinnacle of rock stardom, the band's backstage antics became just as legendary as their music. And at the center of it all was Steven Tyler, embodying the excesses of the rock and roll lifestyle. Tyler openly admitted to spending millions of dollars on drugs, a habit that not only fueled his wild reputation, but also strained relationships within the band. His addiction led to erratic behavior, canceled shows, and moments of tension that nearly tore Aerosmith apart. But it wasn't just the drugs. Tyler's personal life became tabloid fodder with stories of tumultuous relationships and controversial decisions. These scandals often overshadowed his musical achievements, painting a complex portrait of a man battling inner demons. Yet despite these struggles, it's Tyler's actions in the 1970s that now threaten to overshadow his entire legacy, sparking debates that reach far beyond the world of music. In December 2022, a lawsuit was filed against Steven Tyler by Julia Holcomb, alleging a relationship with the Aerosmith frontman in the 1970s when she was just a minor. The accusations included sexual assault, sexual battery, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Tyler has denied the allegations, claiming that their relationship was consensual and that he had the legal consent of her guardian at the time. But here's where things take a bizarre turn. Tyler himself was her legal guardian. This defense, far from quelling the controversy, has only added fuel to the fire, with many calling it an example of the exploitative power dynamics that defined the rock and roll era. The case has reignited debates about the ethics of the rock industry in the 1970s, where fame often blurred the lines between adoration and exploitation. Tyler's iconic status is now being weighed against these serious accusations, leaving fans and critics divided. But what do these allegations mean for Steven Tyler's legacy, and how does one reconcile the accomplishments of a musical icon with the actions that have come to light decades later? Steven Tyler's legal battle with Julia Holcomb has drawn widespread attention, not just for its shocking allegations, but also for the broader implications it holds for accountability in the music industry. The details of this case reveal a dark chapter in Tyler's life, one that continues to resonate with many. In her lawsuit, Julia Holcomb accuses Steven Tyler of sexual assault, sexual battery, and intentional infliction of emotional distress, citing their relationship from the 1970s when she was just 16 years old. Tyler has not denied the relationship and even acknowledged it in his memoir, where he wrote about convincing Julia's mother to grant him guardianship, effectively allowing him to bypass legal repercussions while transporting her across state lines. His defense hinges on claims of consent and immunity as her legal guardian, arguments that legal experts have called absurd and deeply troubling. Julia was able to file her lawsuit thanks to California's Child Victims Act, a law signed in 2019 that temporarily lifted the statute of limitations for survivors of childhood sexual abuse. This legislation has given voice to countless individuals, allowing them to seek justice for experiences long buried by time and societal silence. Julia has stated that her goal is not monetary gain, but accountability for Tyler and the music industry at large, which she believes has enabled and protected predatory behavior for decades. Legal and cultural experts have pointed out the significant power imbalance in this case. Julia, a teenager from a chaotic and unstable background, was drawn into a world of fame and excess where she lacked protection and agency. By contrast, Tyler wielded immense influence as a rock star, raising serious ethical questions about his responsibility in their relationship. This case goes beyond a personal dispute. It has sparked debates about the entertainment industry's history of exploiting young and vulnerable individuals. Julia's lawsuit and her refusal to settle highlights the courage required to challenge such entrenched systems of power. Her case has become a rallying cry for survivors to come forward and hold those in positions of influence accountable for their actions. As the lawsuit unfolds, it serves as a stark reminder of the darker side of fame and the far-reaching consequences of decisions made decades ago. Whether Tyler is found legally liable or not, the case has already brought to light questions about consent, accountability, and the ethical boundaries in relationships marked by such glaring power imbalances. The allegations against Steven Tyler have not only sparked public outrage, but also reignited debates about the entertainment industry's role in enabling and protecting its stars. As the case continues to unfold, reactions from fans, legal experts, and industry insiders reveal the complexity of the issue. While many fans have expressed their disappointment and anger, calling for accountability, others have defended Tyler, citing his contributions to music and dismissing the allegations as a money grab. This polarized response reflects the broader challenge of reconciling the art with the artist, a question that has plagued fans of many controversial figures throughout history. The lawsuit has also forced the music industry to confront its darker past. Critics argue that an environment of unchecked power allowed stars like Tyler to operate with impunity, often at the expense of vulnerable individuals. Julia's case is seen as part of a growing movement to expose these abuses and demand systemic change. The media's role in shaping public perception has been pivotal. Outlets have highlighted both the allegations and Tyler's defense, sparking widespread discussions about consent, power dynamics, and the responsibility of high-profile individuals. Julia's decision to speak out has resonated with survivors worldwide, giving her story a significance that extends far beyond the courtroom. As the world watches this legal battle unfold, it's clear that the repercussions will extend far beyond Steven Tyler's personal legacy. The case has become a flashpoint in the ongoing conversation about accountability, justice, and the cultural reckoning taking place in the entertainment industry. Beyond the courtroom, this case raises deeper questions about the balance of power, accountability, and the way society handles allegations of abuse involving high-profile figures. It's a story that transcends one individual and sheds light on systemic issues that have long remained hidden. Julia's lawsuit has reignited debates over statutes of limitations and the unique challenges survivors face when seeking justice. California's Child Victims Act, which allowed her to file her case, has been hailed as a vital step toward giving survivors a voice. Legal experts suggest that this case could influence future legislation and redefine how similar cases are approached. In recent years, movements like #Me Too have brought attention to the abuse of power in industries like Hollywood and music. Julia's courage to come forward reflects a cultural shift, where survivors are increasingly empowered to share their stories, even when confronting powerful figures. For Tyler, the allegations have cast a shadow over his legacy. While some believe his past actions are irredeemable, others argue that his years of sobriety and philanthropy show a man who has tried to make amends. This duality between the man he was and the man he has become poses a difficult question. Can someone truly atone for their past while still being held accountable for their actions? Julia's case serves as a stark reminder of the importance of protecting vulnerable individuals and ensuring that no one is above the law. It also highlights the need for ongoing reforms within the entertainment industry to create safer environments for everyone involved. As this case unfolds, it will undoubtedly leave a lasting impact, not just on the individuals involved, but on the broader cultural and legal landscape. It's a moment that challenges society to confront uncomfortable truths and hopefully to move toward a future where justice and accountability prevail. The story of Steven Tyler and Julia Holcomb is more than a legal battle. It's a narrative that forces us to confront the complexities of power, fame, and responsibility. It reminds us that the bright lights of stardom often cast the darkest shadows. For decades, Steven Tyler's name has been synonymous with musical brilliance and a larger-than-life persona. But cases like Julia's show how even the most celebrated figures can have deeply troubling histories. These revelations challenge us to separate the art from the artist while acknowledging the pain that fame can sometimes obscure. Julia's decision to come forward has sparked conversations that go beyond her personal experience. Her courage serves as an inspiration to others who may have felt silenced or powerless. It's a testament to the importance of creating spaces where survivors can share their stories and seek justice without fear of retribution or dismissal. This case isn't just about one man's actions. It's about a system that has historically allowed such actions to go unchecked. While the outcome of this lawsuit remains uncertain, its significance lies in the questions it raises about accountability and the cultural shifts needed to protect those most vulnerable. What are your thoughts on this ongoing case? Should celebrities be held to a higher standard, or does their fame make it harder for them to find justice themselves? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more deep dives into the untold stories of the music world.